Hello, hello. Today has a weird vibe to it. Oh. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for those of us who find ourselves on this channel without any Piscean anything. You're probably an empath and you're probably needing messages from your soul. Okay. Y'all, I want to tell you something. No, I'm still super bloated and not feeling good. That's what I get for eating out. I should have never ate out. Anyways, so the other day, for some reason, I've pulled my husband's birth chart before, but I never actually fully looked at it. I never actually fully looked at it. So it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, you're Gemini. I looked at it again the other day, like I actually looked at it. Oh my God. I really gotta stop. This fool got so much Scorpio in his chart. Is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I was just like, how did I not notice this when I first pulled your chart? Anywho, I just had to share that. I was thinking about it this morning and I was just cracking myself up like this whole time I'm totally like, I don't vibe with Scorpio. And here I am, obsessed with one. This fool got so much Scorpio in his chart. It was ridiculous. Prominent placements, too. I was just like, okay, I guess I do vibe with Scorpio. All right. So I asked what this reading was going to be about. And I was told specifically, oh, no, hold on. Wrong one. Totally wrong one. Okay, here. Feeling things that someone else feels. Okay. So you've been feeling something, and I'm assuming you think it's for you, and it's your feelings, and it's probably not. It's probably not. It's probably not your feelings. A lot of empathy is kicking up right now. Excuse me. It has. Shh. My phone. Shh. Shush, phone. Shush. Why are you being like that? Just shush. Anyways. So we're approaching certain like conjunction points, right? I'm not into astrology. Y'all don't bombard me with moons and suns and risings and Plutonian, Uranian stuff. I don't know anything about that. I literally don't know anything about that. I know a little bit, but not enough to be coherent. I'm astro illiterate. I would just put that out there. But there are conjunctions that are happening, right? These conjunctions are often called portal dates. This portal date that's coming up, 2-2, has a lot to do with alignment, messages coming in, guidance, communication, I don't know how I know this, but that's what I was being told, that it has to do with communication. So you have a hot message coming in, yo. A hot message coming in. I don't know who's trying to communicate with you, but you're mistaking it as your higher self talking to you. It's probably someone that's obsessed with you just because, just like putting that out there already, because that's the reality of it. People get obsessed with you very quickly. Doesn't mean you're the shit. Doesn't mean you think you're the shit. Just means people get obsessed with you. We can be honest here. You know what I mean? It's not an ego-based thing. We can say honest things like that. If you find that people have been obsessed with you quite a bit through your lifetime, I mean, it's not going to serve you to be like, oh no one gets obsessed with me. Doesn't mean anything. You can be honest with yourself. So something about you draws people in. And as you draw people in, I almost wonder if it's because you have an elevation of awareness, an elevation in your frequency. And it causes people, like the way you listen to them, the way you hear them, the way you acknowledge them in ways that other people don't. I think it causes them to feel like there's something romantic there, even if there isn't. Sometimes there is. For some of you, there is. I don't know if there's something romantic for this reading, though. But you feeling somebody. You're feeling somebody. They're feeling you. Y'all are feeling each other. I don't know if this is someone you have a crush on, or maybe someone who has a crush on you, or maybe this is someone who you have some sort of soul connection with. I don't know. Those are not always good or positive things, though. Okay? Those are not always good or positive things. Sometimes those things can be toxic. All right. So let us see. Okay, Michael says, there you go. Okay. Hold on, one more shuffle. No, I'm shuffling it again. Okay. All right. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. He says, I told you to stop shuffling. Okay. He goes, are you going to save that for last? Maybe I should. Okay, we'll just start it off right from the very, very beginning, because that's what you want, Mikey. That's what you want. Okay, that's where we'll go. That's where we'll go today. Okay, so now that I'm fully spazzed out, first thing in the morning, at the bottom of the deck, card number 13, Power of Attraction. So this is really someone who's very much drawn to you. This could be something platonic. It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be someone that you have to be in some sort of romantic relationship with. It literally can be something platonic. But just so you know, this is someone that's very drawn to you. They might not even know you exist yet. Maybe they do. The beautiful thing, or I don't know if it's beautiful. Sometimes it's beautiful. The beautiful thing about people who are meant to be in your life, it's almost like they're aware you exist before they're aware who you are. And it's really a realization that's happening right now. There's, and this is not going to apply to everyone. Okay. This is literally not going to apply to everyone. There are some who are finding that realignment is taking place. See, 88% at 822. 88822. So that's an elevation in merger point, merging of consciousness, that sweet middle point where information is being crossed with each other, just like this crossing and crossing and crossing and crossing. It's a really beautiful type of thing, except For some of us, for some of you, I'm not claiming none of this reading. I'm just saying. Already has my heart pounding. I need to spray myself is what it is. Hope you're happy, Michael. First freaking card. I'm already spraying myself. Anywho, for some of you, this is a really beautiful thing because there's never a disconnect. You never have to worry about like, oh, am I crazy? Am I really not feeling this? Like, no, you're really feeling something, but I don't know who it is you're feeling. I don't know if this is someone you already know, someone from your past, or if this is someone like you know them, but not yet in a human way. Like your paths haven't crossed yet in this human life. So here's what Michaela wants me to say. I said the numbers 88% at 822, right? So 88822. So that 888 is a higher elevation of merger, a higher level of connectivity that kind of serves as like a conjunction of the past, present, and the future. 8 times 3 is 24. 2 is a number of guidance. 4 is a number of self. This is guiding you back to a mirror of you. When you amplify that, when you allow this work to go further, you multiply it. To amplify, you multiply. So 2 times 4 is 8, another merger point. And then you have 22, which is a number of guidance. You're being guided once again to what? 2 plus 2 is 4. When you amplify that, 2 times 2 is 4. So what does that mean? All of this whole thing is guiding you back directly to yourself. And for some of us, the way we find ourselves once again is to be placed in front of a divine mirror. This is about you and your journey. Someone commented the other day. Let me find this comment. This irked me. This legit irked me. This comment legit just irked the. Oh, I gotta go over here. It irked the absolute caca out of me. Talk about projection. Talk about projection. Let me find it. Okay. Let me find it. I don't know where it is. It's just really accusatory. Someone's pissed off at someone else. And I don't know where it is. They probably deleted it. And that's okay. That's okay if they deleted it because I screenshot everything. Legit. I screenshot everything. If a cross is my path and it tickles my fancy in some way, I screenshot it. I don't know where I screenshotted it. Let me just stop. Oh my God. I was talking with my nephew. We were on FaceTime. I miss him so much. I need to go see him soon. He's my baby boo. I was talking with my baby boo. And, he was like, I miss you, baby boo. I miss you. I was missing him is what it was. Anywho, this is guidance back to yourself. Okay. I know a lot of readers talk about twin flames. This is not the place for that kind of bullshit. For real. That's what the comment was about. Like, you guys are the ones confused. This person was like, all you readers are the ones confusing us because they treat us like shit. Okay, first off, boo, ain't nobody need to be treating you like shit. You already act like shit to me. No, I didn't say that. I did say, I felt that, but I didn't say that. What I did say was, you need to watch a few more of my videos to understand I'm not one of those readers. No. No, you don't sit around and wait for someone who's dismissed you and treated you like you're an option. Baby, I'm the whole fucking prize. If you can't grasp that I'm the whole fucking prize, you don't deserve me. Carrying on. Moving right along, carrying on. Don't wait for people like that. No, I mean it. Don't wait for people just because, like, if they can push you away and make you feel like you're not enough, make you feel as though they feel that you are not worth their time and their attention, maybe they're not worth yours. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what that soul connection is. If you're not going to put effort into being in my life, because baby, I'm telling you right now, I put so much effort in being in someone's life. If I'm interested in them, I put so much effort into that. I put so much effort into that. And it's this thing of like, if there's no reciprocity there, I'm just going to keep moving on. Just move right along, mosey on down. Okay. I promise you, there's nothing that you are waiting for that is worth waiting for. When it comes to twin stuff, life carries on. It just carries on. How and can we put boundaries in place from feeling that outside energy? Absolutely. Absolutely. But first, you have to figure out who this is. Who is this for you? Is this someone that has a healthy soul connection with you? Is this simply a soul tie? Meaning someone that maybe you had an intimate connection with temporarily. Maybe it was just conversation. Maybe it was full on physical intimacy. And it's this thing of, why are you feeling them? Monet says, sometimes I just have social anxiety. I have a lot of social anxiety too, but at no point did my husband ever stop making sure that I knew that he wanted to be around me as we were still together. Like, at no point did he ever make me feel like there's other options that are being considered. And we have a real relationship, meaning we argue, we disagree about a lot of things. We're polar opposites. And like, I make him mad, he makes me mad, but it works. Not because we ignore what the other person is doing, but because we put effort into making it work. And that's the thing. If someone is not putting the effort into making things work, what exactly is happening here? Oh, someone commented something really, really good. Oh my gosh. Let me read that. I screenshotted that too. I was like, oh my God, that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Let me just admire my handsome nephew one more time. Baby, my squishy face boy. He's my squishy face boy. I swear to God, I love squishing his face. He likes it too. Okay. This is from Alicia. She says, because I asked a question of like, help me understand why you sit around and wait, because I literally don't understand that. And it's not like, I don't get why. No, it's like, I literally don't have the life experience to understand. So I was asking, like, help me to understand. And she says, okay, I'm going to try to comment on the unrequited love thing. Most of my life, I was with you, Emmy. Like, if someone doesn't want me around, I'm out. Very simple. However, I did go through a rather lengthy in and out relationship for a period of years during my 30s, the kind where I was overgiving, the kind where it was toxic in every way. Why? Why would I continue to be too weak to walk away time and time again? I don't know that it's weakness. That's the thing. I don't think it's weakness. It's some other component that I don't understand. So she says, why would I continue to be too weak to walk away time and time again, even after I was fully aware of the dynamic at play? So there's an awareness, right? And then she goes on to say, I don't fucking know. It was clearly something I needed to experience to get my sense of self-worth in order. And then something clicked in my head like, oh. So you wanted to walk away. You were cognitive of what was going on. And it wasn't an ignoring of it. It was that whatever that lesson, that opportunity to learn, it wasn't done. That I get. That I completely get. There were so many undercurrents, very illusory, very slippery Pisces dramas, codependency, addiction, fantasy, you name it. It was a cycle that served a purpose, I guess. Absolutely, that makes sense. Like, oh, damn. Okay. So, what if this connection is the very thing that's guiding you back to a deeper understanding of your need for love, the type of love, the way that love is communicated, expressed, the depth of connectivity that you want or need from other people, whether that's something that you want or need from someone else, or if you want or need that from yourself, but you're not realizing that that's who you want and need it from yourself. I think the twin concept, when you remove all of the BS that's put out there, it's a really powerful, really ridiculously beautiful thing. It's something that allows you to see very, very clearly aspects of yourself that really no one else could help you to see. Um, I believe that I'm exactly where I need to be in relationships. Like, I'm in the relationship I'm supposed to be in. This is what I chose. This is what I wanted. This is where I'm supposed to be. But the thing is, my husband and I are so different that he shows me things about myself and life from a different perspective, which is powerful in and of itself, because that helps give me a more rounded view of life, right? But there's also this thing where it's like I'm aware of several twin flames and a twin ray that I've come across, and they're able to show things because of what they experience, which is a perfect mirror of me, my experiences, how I would receive those experiences, and all of that. That's something that my husband can't. We can't experience that together because we see things so differently. I'm not saying one is more important than the other. I'm saying each person in your life serves their purpose. And just because someone can be that perfect mirror for you does not mean that you are now obligated to know each other forevermore in a biblical sense. You know what it means to know someone in a biblical sense? Do you know what that means? To know someone in the biblical sense. I'm just saying. I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to tell. That's like Catholic schoolgirl info, okay? That's private. those are secret terms that people. No, I'm joking. You can look it up. It means to be physically intimate with someone. I was just messing around. But seriously, you don't have to know someone in the biblical sense just because they can provide you with a view of yourself that you need, just because they can be that perfect reflection, meaning they reflect you exactly, your mindset, the way you process, the way you're affected by certain types of situations in your life. That's a perfect reflection. Doesn't mean they're perfect for you. Okay. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. Going back to that person, that accusatory individual saying, all you readers, I took offense to that because I'm not one of those readers. You have to release your allegiance to your own BS. Really, truly. It doesn't matter what a reader says. You're the one interpreting it. You're the one pulling it into your own truth and perception. So once upon a time, I got tired of my entire playlist. Whenever I would go to the gym, I would just click on the very first Pisces reading, and I would just let it play and just keep playing until I'm done with my workout, right? A lot of those readings were for twin flames. I didn't take it as that. I applied it to work. I applied it to professional situations. At no point did I take anything any of those readers said as twin flame stuff, and now someone's going to come into my life and they're going to just sweep me off my feet and take me away. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I can walk. I can walk. I have my own light vehicle, my Merkaba. You know, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to interpret it in that way. And that's a thing, that's a projection. It doesn't matter what other people say. It matters in how you receive, how you interpret what they say. And people who have issues with their Wernicke's area and therefore have distortions in the way they interpret verbal communication, that is for you to correct, not for someone else to tiptoe around. We have to release our allegiance to the way that we've continued to create suffering for ourselves. Just a little reminder, feeling things that someone else feels. We don't have to take ownership of something that we feel if we know it's not from us. Have you gotten to know yourself to the degree that you understand you are not feeling these things? This is someone else feeling it. Are you aware that if you are a very sensitive empath, that a lot of times when you are attracted to someone, not all the time, but a lot of times when you're attracted to someone, it's usually because you're feeling their attraction towards you and you're mistaking it as you are attracted to them. How many of you have experienced that? How many of you are that type of empath where you really don't, you're not attracted to this person until the person becomes attracted to you, and then suddenly you feel attracted to them. You don't know where this is coming from. And the moment they're away from you, you don't feel that attraction anymore. It's not because you're easily distracted. It's because you're an empath. You're picking up on their feelings and you're mistaking it for yourself, your own. You got to make sure. You got to make sure that what you're feeling is actually yours. Again, we're entering into a period of conjunction, alignment, this thing of like being guided to communicate, these communications within ourselves, especially, that help us to understand ourselves better. I just got a notification. We can do this. People can learn. That's the notification. We can do this. People can learn. We can do this. People can learn. Okay, card number 43. Come to life. I think what's happening is someone is actually coming to life. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's someone that you have some sort of soul-based connection with. Someone's coming to life. So it could be this thing of you're coming to life and someone who you have a soul-based connection with is feeling it and it's causing them to come to life. And now they're thinking more about you. And so now you're thinking more about them. It also could be that you've already been alive. You've already been like extra full of salt and sass and everything lovely. And it's taking this person quite some time to come to life. And now you're feeling them coming to life. Someone and something is coming to life and it's affecting you. Hopefully in a good way. Hopefully in a good way. It's okay for people to come to life and have it be felt by you. Again, it does not mean you are obligated to be in a romantic relationship with anybody. It does not mean any of that, okay? Card number 24, new birth guarded vigilantly. So this is a realization that's taking place. Are they realizing... What are they realizing? Oh, hold on. They're they're exiting certain cycles that they were stuck in. I don't know if it's you or someone else, okay? Whoever this person is exiting cycles that they were stuck in for some time. Because they're exiting this cycle, it's really creating a lot of fluctuations in that reciprocal reflection. So this is someone that has a capability of reflecting you. They went through something traumatic. They went through something ridiculously traumatic, and it caused the rebirthing to be initiated. So like Dark Night of the Soul. um this song starts playing in my head. uh what does it mean though? Hey, you medicine man, set me free and change my ways. Oh, oh, what do you say? Oh, oh, what do you say? Oh, oh, what do you say? Set me free and change my ways. So it's almost a sense of they're wanting, willing, trying to change their ways. They've set themselves free. And I wonder if they see you as the medicine. If I was medicine, I'd be like Robitussin, Robitussin with some like digoxin. Squeeze the heart, squeeze the heart. You know what I'm saying? They see you as medicine of some kind. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. Like they're expecting you to heal them in some way. Oh, oh, what do you say? Oh, oh, what do you say? They're guarding it vigilantly. I wonder if like you're just the impetus for their growth, but they're afraid to approach you. Or maybe they don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't know who you are, but they can feel the proximity of that. There are certain people, like I can feel I don't know who this is. I feel like this is someone that I have not met yet, and I can feel them. They're searching, they're seeking, they're seeking. They don't know what they're seeking, but they're looking for something. That's what they feel. They're looking for something. I don't know. For someone, it feels like they're looking for me. She don't want to find me, baby boo. She don't want none of this, baby boo. Okay. I love this song. I gotta listen to it because Archer's Oracle totally schmodally brought it up. All right. It's totally that song. Okay. Card number 22. She feels, she knows. You feel it. Is this another twin? Is that who's coming in? Another twin? And shaping up, checking out on the prison bus. The apocalypse. Whoa. I feel it in my bones. Okay. This is okay. Maybe I shouldn't have listened to this. It's making me nervous. Someone's approaching. Someone's approaching. This is like a counterpart. This is making me nervous for real. Do 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 do. Welcome to the new age. Okay, seriously. So, new birth guarded vigilantly, and then free from judgment, free to love. These two together, this is either a completely new person or or this is this person and they've been through literal hell. It's okay though, boo. You conquered it. If you've been through hell and you conquered it, I mean, ding, you won. You won that. Good job. So either this is someone completely different who's seeking you out, or it's the same person, but they've become a completely different person. Welcome to the new age, to the new age, to the new age. Feel it in my bones. So you feel it. You feel it. I don't know. This is. Y'all just want to talk about gossip? Let's do that. I feel like that we could do that. We could talk about gossip. Y'all want to gossip? Okay, now I have to finish this reading. So they left some sort of storm behind, right? They had this new birth. They guarded it vigilantly. They freed themselves to love. They removed or they left situations, circumstance, environments where there was a lot of judgment. You know, there was a storm that they got through. And now, mirrors. Card number 5 and card number 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. Bring it into form and follow your own rhythm. They're taking their time to bring something into form because oops. See? They're bringing it, they're dancing and stuff. They're bringing it into form. They're getting themselves ready for something. What is this? What is this? Hold on. What song would that be? Do, 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 do. Un momento. I'm being told to look for a song. It's the Red Jacket song. Hold on. What Red Jacket song are you talking about? Oh, Jesus Christ. Just Asking by Akilo. Since you and I woke up, we drift in and out. We're up and down on luck. I'll look the other way. This suddenly makes me so damn sad. What is this? Someone's considering something. Here. All right. So card number 15, big bold vision. Having that big bold vision of where your life is headed, right? Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? Who do you want there as you experience your life unfolding for you? These are decisions that you need to make, not based on any type of obligatory existence for someone else because of some perceived soul tie. A large portion of people who do readings for other people have no freaking idea what they're talking about. They might get some intuitive hits and intuitive sense, but how are they interpreting it? Are they using their filter of trauma for their life? And that's the thing. Do you know what filter they're using to interpret the messages that they're trying to deliver you? If it carries their traumas, it's a projection of what they want for themselves, whether they acknowledge it, know it, or not. And if that's the case, now your message is tainted. It's tainted. The best way to receive the messages from your soul is for you to interpret them yourself. Choose what you want out of this life. You're not just here for the ride. You're the driver. You're the one driving your own vehicle. If you allow yourself to be convinced by other people to make decisions that maybe don't honor you and what you need, and I don't know. Here's my perception. If someone is meant to be in your life, they will be. Life will find a way to make that happen. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to sit around and wait. You don't have to pine away. You don't have to do any of those things. It will happen. It will. Like, I know for me, I know someone's coming back. I don't believe this is someone who is romantically interested in me. I know they're looking for a way to come back simply because they've been popping in my thoughts quite a bit lately. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they're watching. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing. Am I willing to allow you back in? Because the last time you were around, you had no problem, at least from my point of view, and maybe I was wrong, maybe I didn't see it, but you had no problem watching people be hurtful and harmful to me. You didn't have the willingness, the ability, the capacity, or maybe even the courage to stick up for me in my absence. So I don't know that I want you back as a friend. Because to me, that's not a friend. At all. Granted, you never actually did anything to be hurtful or harmful to me personally. But the fact that you could continue to exist in environments full of people who wanted to be hurtful and harmful to me tells me you have no problem witnessing that. And I don't need another person like that in my life. Does that mean there's going to be no communication? I don't know. I know I'm not going to be reaching out to you for sure. I know that for sure. But if you can find a way to get in touch with me, okay, maybe I'll see what you have to say. But I'm pretty sure you're never going to be a BFF the way you were before. You only get gifted with that depth of trust one time. And when you don't cherish it, when you don't protect it, you don't get it again. You just don't. Because you already showed me you don't know how to responsibly handle something so precious the first time around. Actually, no, that's a lie. For this person, that's 2 times. 2 times. Okay, that's 2 times. You don't get a third. You just don't. You don't get a third time. I probably shouldn't have given you the second time. But at least I know for sure now. At least I know for sure now. So card number 12, every journey starts with a single step. Taking that step forward towards whatever it is you need to experience. Stop waiting around. Live your life. Sometimes the things like, you totally feel like you're supposed to be with this person, you're supposed to be with this person, you're supposed to be with this person. And so that's why you're waiting around. But the thing is this, maybe you're not supposed to be with that person until you experience specific things without them, to cultivate a type of growth within you that will help to align the two of you in a way that makes it something worth your while. I met my husband for the first time, and I was already very drawn to him. Very, very, very drawn to him. And I distinctly remember thinking, like, I want to be in a relationship with someone like that. I don't know why. I didn't really know him. We only said hi to each other. Does that mean I was going to sit around and wait? No. I carried on with my life. Yeah, I carried on with my life. And then guess what? He literally found me again like a year or so later without even realizing he was looking for me. And then we've been together ever since. I needed to go through what I had to go through in order to be able to be the person that I needed to be when we cross paths again. And I've shared this before in a previous live stream where it's like my ex-boyfriend right before my husband was the person that before I even knew about the whole twin flame thing, I thought that that's the person that I was supposed to be with. Because this visual of the eye color, eye shape, size of the eyes, the hair, everything matched what I had seen when I was a child. It turns out that's just a soul that I know. That's not supposed to be my husband. Yeah. And had I held on to that, like, thank God they didn't release this twin flame program back then, because I would have missed out on the best, most loving, most safest, most adventure filled, most precious connection I've ever developed. I mean, outside of my children, of course. I would have missed out on that because I would have been so like focused and committed to this belief that no, but this is a person that I've seen. No. 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 I had to go through that first. And after I went through that, when I was at my rock bottom because of how that imploded, that's when my husband came along. Literally. Like within a few weeks of that. So that's the thing. If you sit around and wait and wait and wait, you don't experience the things that need to be experienced in order for you to grow in the way that you need to grow so that you can, have the level of maturity and life experience that is necessary to develop the type of depth of connection that you're seeking. Card number 44, Visions of Life Beyond Death. Whoever this is, whether this is you or another person, a full-on dark night of the soul was initiated. It's a death of ego. It's a shamanic death. It's a shedding away of the things that need to be shed. And I mean, that process can be very gruesome. It can be super internally destructive, but it's only deconstructing the things that were improperly built within you. I mean, we're like societies of people afraid to feel. And the moment you feel something, if it's not comfortable or pleasurable, it becomes this thing of like you're being punished. No, you're growing. You're growing. You're just growing is all it is. You're growing. And it's time for you to allow yourself to grow in such a way where all these experiences, all these feelings and emotions that maybe don't belong to you, but you're feeling, allow them to serve a purpose. Allow them to encourage you to dive deeper into yourself, deeper into your learning. So that way, when you cross paths with a person that, you know, I do believe in destiny. I do. There's certain things that you're destined to experience, certain connections you're destined to have. There are certain things that you're destined to lose as well. Not because you deserve to be punished, but because sometimes we only need to be aware of the person's existence to trigger our growth. That's it. That's it. To trigger our growth. Card number 21. This is another twin flame card. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. It's this sense that for some people, this message is for you. And that message is you are a home and a sanctuary for another soul. Another soul that's decided to take on the adventure of having a human experience. They're looking for their way back home. I don't know who they are. I just know that you're home to them. I don't know if you already know who they are. I don't know if this is something where um, you only know each other on a soul level. I'm not sure. It's just a very strong sense of someone needs to hear that they're trying to find their way back home to you. They're taking the roundabout way. Ooh. They're taking the roundabout way, but please don't lock the door. That's what I heard. Please don't lock the door. No, y'all be getting into some stuff. Um, ethos. So, God, this is intense. This is super duper intense. It's this sense of like when I see ethos, it's like they had to take on their entire environment, their entire upbringing, everything they were taught. Ah, what are you to them? It's just like this sense of they're deconstructing their entire life just to find their way back to you. And this is a conscious thing that they're doing. They are deconstructing the entirety of that ethos that they were raised in. Ooh. And I'm almost like, is it worth it? And before I could even finish that internal question, it was just an immediate yes, 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 it is. Ooh, someone's intense right now. Hmm. Okay. Ooh. In perfect love, in perfect trust. 8 words, the Wiccan. I don't know what word that is. I can't make out the letter. See, when you try and type things in like some creative ass font, I just I don't know what word that is. Uh, Actually, I can't make out some of these words. So let me follow this with mind and heart and marry ye meet and marry ye part. Mm. It either says who or what. Something ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart and marry ye meet and marry ye part. So, this is getting really intense. I need to listen to some Subcarpati. We're just gonna listen to some Subcarpati. Hopefully, it's a banger. Let us see. Okay, your shoes alone are banging. I'm just saying. Okay. This is something that's gonna just keep boomeranging round and round and round and round. Um, okay. Ooh, one can close a door though, but keep it unlocked. When if they come around, they will have to have the right key. Oh, wait. This one. It is very intense, Alexandra. Yes. Mhm. Annie speaking truth. If they don't have the key, they can't get in. And it's almost like this thing of what they're going through right now is making the key. I feel like you can lock that door, and they do need to have that key because they need to be the rightful person to come in. You know, you can't just, I don't know, but that's just my perception. I hold people to a higher degree of accountability. If you have some sort of like soul connection to me, I hold you to the utmost highest degree of accountability. You don't get any free passes for anything. Because if we have a soul connection, like a true, genuine, soul-based connection, if we've lived multiple lives together, and that's your reasoning for having this entitlement to access to me, then you should already know what I've been through. You should feel to the depth of your core what I have been through so many lifetimes. And because of that knowing, you should always choose to cherish me, protect me, honor me, you know? I don't feel like that gives you a free pass to be willy-nilly about your interactions with me. I hold you to a much higher degree. Like my expectation for people who have had a certain degree or more of past life connectivity, like you need to regard me with the same respect and consideration that you would an empress. That's my expectation, nothing less. Nothing less than that. Nothing less than that. And that's why I feel like, you know, when people behave as though they need to be able to access you and you need to just be nice about it because, you know, past life, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, if you want to bring up past life, what did you do to me in a past life? Not all past life connections are romantic. I found a lot of people from past lives who have tried to murder me. I have a lot of birthmarks. I've had a lot of lives. A lot of those lives involve people trying to murder me. So, you know, um, we have a past life together. Okay, were you one of the ones that tried to murder me? You know what I'm saying? So I it doesn't carry the same type of meaning for me when people start like, but we have a past life. We have a past life. You know? I'm just like, uh-uh. How are you going to create this life with me? I don't want a repeat of what you've done in the past life or what I've done in a past life. And if that's all you want and that's why you orbit me, go away. Seriously, just go away. I don't need a repeat of that. This is a life where I want to consciously cultivate with other souls who are also willing to consciously cultivate. I want to be immersed in an experience so viscerally felt through all the senses, especially the higher sensory perceptions. Something that it doesn't necessarily have to be mine. It could be ours. It could be a shared experience, a joint type of co-creative experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical either. It can be something that just helps me to understand that what I've been feeling this entire time is a transcendence of a mere human experience. I mean, it's not enough for me to connect with people anymore. I need to be able to feel with you something that goes beyond what a human mind could comprehend. I need a depth of connectivity where it's just this thing of like, I know you, and I know you know me, and we just know each other. How have you been? What have you done in this life? Did you have fun? Did you feel me when you felt alone? Do I still exist in the corners of your mind where no one is invited? That depth of connectivity, just, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. And unless you can connect with me in that way, kindly leave the room. If you're here to tell me you're my, what, soulmate, my twin flame, if it wasn't your hands that unfolded the letters that have been stored in my head through all these lifetimes, if you don't know where those creases are, you're not a counterpart. Know your place in my life and stop trying to interfere with my growth. And that's the type of conversation you need to start having with people who are trying to force you into an obligatory existence. It's not enough for your hand to have run across the creases of these folded letters that have been filed away. If you don't cognitively know where those creases are, what were said in those letters from previous lives, you're not at a point where you deserve to be in my presence yet. Go through more in your life so you can unwrap your own knowing before you try and begin interfering with mine. That's my personal logic when it comes to twins. I think it's a real thing. But I think we've made it into something that allows and encourages, enables, empowers toxicity, trauma bonds, all sorts of different things like spiritual bypassing. Like, I'm good off that. Yeah, our souls have resonance. Good. Okay. See you later. What have you done to work on yourself? Because I'm over here busy working on me. And if you can't reflect or match my level of growth, come back around next time. Come back around next time. Maybe in a next life or something. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, here's Maria. Mm-hmm. I'm not your umbrella to use me only when it rains. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. Like, I need a reciprocity of the type of depth that I currently exist within. I'm no longer willing to return to the shallows just to soothe your knowing that your need to know that I exist and that I would do that for you. If I gasp to exist in the shallows and you are more than okay with me existing in that way, then I don't have to feel obligated to feel badly when you start feeling like you're drowning in my depths. I am a deep, intense person. And most people will not see or experience the depth and intensity to the degree that I currently exist at. They probably won't see that. Why? Because that's a very special, very sacred space for me. Not everyone is invited there. And it's okay for me to have that stance and to value myself to that degree. It is okay. That is my right. That is an obligation I have to myself. And that's where you have to begin seeing, like, what's your obligation to someone else or to yourself? Yeah. I just, I used to think, because my husband's a Gemini, right? I used to think that, like, I wonder how I'm not able to drown my husband in my intensity and my depth. Like, this fool just won't drown. He doesn't drown in that intensity and depth. And like I said, I literally decided to look at his birth chart again, um, just a few days ago, and I was thinking about it this morning. And it wasn't because, as a Gemini, he has two faces and one goes to that depth while the other one is still at the surface breathing. This fool. Yeah, there's this resonance there because he can exist at the same depth. I did not realize that he had so much Scorpio in his chart. Like, so much. I'm just like, you know, he's not a twin. My husband's not a twin. And it's a beautiful thing. He's not a twin flame. I hear so many people, like so many people. And you guys don't really know much about our relationship. Like 99.99999% of our relationship is not shared publicly. And I constantly hear relationship goals, relationship goals. You guys are relationship goals. He's not my twin. People have assumed that. They've assumed that I'm married to my twin flame. I'm not. I'm not. And I'm not missing out on anything. I'm not like he has lots of water placements. In addition to that Scorpio, he has Cancer in there too. All prominent placements. All prominent placements. It's I love it. I love it. I love it. So, you're making it a goal to identify someone as something because that's who you were told you're supposed to be with. And if they have this label, which once you affix the label, it then obligates you to tolerate all of the effery, right? It now obligates you. And then next thing you know, you're unhappy, but it doesn't even matter because they've now gotten that label. And so now you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. Okay. Sure. Cloak, concealment. I think we have to be honest with ourselves, what we're hiding. For many of us, we're hiding behind this like need for depth of connectivity because why? It's a projection. We haven't connected with ourselves internally. I didn't do my brows today. I just realized how like my brows look crazy. Let's just sorry. Yeah. What are you hiding from yourself? I think like one of two thoughts, right? You're hiding the truth from yourself and you're so disappointed by what you're experiencing that being truthful with yourself at this point is just, it's going to hurt your feelings more. So you're not willing to be truthful with yourself. You're just going to continue with the same storyline, right? So you're hiding from yourself. And then this other place of thinking is like, maybe you don't want to connect with someone because they can help you identify these parts of you, like deep within yourself, that you don't want to face yet. Yeah. There are certain people in your life who are in your life or are meant to be in your life because they can help you see these things. And maybe the precursor to that depth of connectivity has a lot to do with feeling something that isn't yours at first, like feeling their emotions, feeling their depth. The healer refusing to heal. That healer card in reverse tells me either you're refusing to heal, and this connectivity that you are avoiding because it's sense of avoidance is going to help you to heal, or they're trying to put on you the responsibility of healing them. No. No to both of those. We can assist each other in our self-healing process, but no one is obligated to do anything for anyone. Okay? That's like, I just believe that so deeply and wholeheartedly, that no one is obligated to do anything for anyone. You're not obligated to have a sense of loyalty to me. You're not. You're not obligated to come every day and share space with me. You're not. So when you do, because of this logic that I have, when you do, that tells me I need to cherish you. You're choosing to spend time with me that you're not obligated to do. You're choosing to support and love me, and you're not obligated to do that. You're choosing to do that. And so I have to have some type of gratitude, appreciation, love for people who can love me in the way that I deserve without me having to ask or beg or prove that I'm worthy. You know what I mean? So Michael says, you've said all of these profound things. How do you put them all together? Am I just like being a conundrum? Am I just being a conundrum? Is this like I'm saying opposing polarities, like sentiments that exist in opposing positioning? So what am I trying to say? That you're at the center of all of this. You're at the center of this whole thing, and you get to decide how it plays out, which is cottage security in reverse. They don't feel secure in their life. Their home, their sense of security, the things that they thought would always be there is suddenly not. You're the anchor point. You're the anchor point. You're that point of reference that they have that helps them to understand which direction they need to go. It's not always towards you. Sometimes it's away from you. Sometimes what they need to do is make it a goal to land somewhere just beside you, not on top of you. Respect. So that's a good thing, though. That's a really good thing. For some, those who have, those who this message is for, you're resonating with this, and you're like, this is not a toxic situation. It's just kind of how things played out. Yes, this person is trying to find a way to reconnect, but they're trying to find the most respectful way to do so. So that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. Like, I love when people can approach me with the appropriate level of like respect and consideration. That's a really beautiful thing. I detest when people think like they can just slide into my inbox and start saying all of these things, and I'm just like, you're disgusting. I'm not even interested in you. You're a whole nother type of critter that I'm not interested in. You know, like, and I'm not just talking about people who are sliding into my DMs just trying to, you know, have some sort of opportunity for potential fornication. Like, no. I'm talking about people who think that they can say what they say, thinking they can coerce me into connectivity that I don't need to be connected to. Like, mm-mm, no. I don't care if you use the right terms. I don't care if you're into Kathara. I don't care if you're into galactic science. I'm good. I'm good. Something's off. Listen to your intuition. When something feels off, something feels off. So for some of you, this is not something that's off. Like, you know, it resonates. They're looking for a respectful way to connect. They need to connect. It's not necessarily that their primary objective is to have some sort of sexual encounter. No, it's this thing of whatever was developing, they feel now that they have to see that through. They have to fully understand the gravity of you, right? Like the gravity of you. Like, why are they so capable of shutting people out so easily, but they haven't been able to shut you out? And this is something that has weighed so heavily on their minds that it's affected every aspect of their life thus far, to the point where their hearth, that home fire, is turned upside down. Their life got turned upside down because, I wouldn't say it's because of you. I would say it's because they needed to further explore some subject matters that they needed to further explore about themselves and their growth. I assume for some of you, you're part of that. You're not the whole thing, you're part of it. So it has to do with whatever difficulty they went through this past winter, or this winter that we're in right now, and it affected their prosperity. It affected their ability to manifest happiness, luck. Marlene says they're suerte. You know Spanish? Are you Española? It affected their suerte. So she says, their luck. Suerte ka ba? All right. Not sure what that means. I'll leave it at that. See, Golden Crown, card number 14. This fiery communication between you and another person. This is communication that's taking place with or without your cooperation. That's why you're feeling things, okay? That's why you're feeling things. That's soul-based connection and communication. Be fearless. Card number 3. You have to be fearless in your approach to your life situations, your potentiality for growth, for learning, all of that. Be fearless. Have gratitude. Be thankful for the life that you've walked. Even though it's been difficult, there's always something you can find in your life to be thankful about. It's the difficult times in life that have grown me the most. I've gone through quite a bit of difficulty, all sorts of different kinds, quite a bit of difficulty, and that's why I'm the person I am right now. Because I went through that difficulty and learned the things that I needed to learn. Whatever it was that it was teaching me, I learned it. I chose to learn it. And so now I have the benefit of life experience. There's some things that you can't learn in a classroom. You need to actually experience it in real life in order to truly learn and master it. Why do you think nurses and doctors have to do clinicals, have to do residencies? It's not enough to simply memorize things. You have to learn how to apply them in real life. Those moments where you felt less than strong, because the strength card is in reverse, right? You have to be grateful for those moments, because it's in those moments where you feel less than strong, less than the powerful person you know you are, that you are afforded the opportunity to remember through life experience just how powerful you actually are. See, oh my gosh. Okay, so strength, limitless. I think. Mhm. So these three are in reverse. Be still, limitless, and strength, right? These three are in reverse. Why? Either you or the other person has been experiencing this, probably through winter, where you feel a lack of strength, where you feel very limited, very confined, very controlled, where you don't have the stillness. And because of the lack of stillness, a lot of your clarity is affected. It's time to move forward, card number 23, on your sacred journey, card number 26. The only thing that separates you from the knowing you have to move forward and the start of your sacred journey is 3. 3 being the number of a solid foundation. They're setting up a solid foundation from which to begin that process of walking forward, probably moving towards you. Yep. So 8 and 5, 5 being the number of change, change being necessary, the precursor before you reach 8, which is the number of reunification, merger, consciousness connection, all of that. So, shedding, going through a shedding cycle, you know? You're going through a shedding cycle. Going through shedding is going to make you feel very raw. Okay? Very, very raw. And avoiding those cycles, it's not going to get you anything but a prolonging of that cycling. It's just going to prolong it. If you allow yourself to be fully immersed in it, it's going to make it go by faster. And that's the thing. A lot of people will avoid. But what's that avoidance doing for you? Amplifying your suffering. Card number 1, Blu-ray Awakening. Allowing yourself to wake up to the reality of what your life is, where your life is at, how you want to rise, the way in which you'll do this, like just a whole bunch of different things. It's time to rise up, raise up, all of that. Level up. That's the notification that I got. Level up. Streaming built in. You're streaming the codes that you need to better understand what you're going through. But if you're not going to allow yourself to view what this is, it's like having a TV on and just having it on for background noise. That's all it's going to be, background noise. Is your growth, your process, nothing but background noise? Michael says to read, I just need a break from the TIAs. I just need time to process for a moment. But do you know what you need? Or is that what you believe you need? And that's a general question. That's to everyone. Because you're not the only person that feels that, right? You're not the only person who feels like, I need a break from the trauma-induced secretions. I need time to process. I found myself saying those things, feeling those same exact sentiments. But do I know what I need? Usually no. Usually I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with it, but please, can I just have a break? And I found that when I enter into that mindset, that's typically when my soul will go even harder. That's a place of resistance. that's the point of resistance. That's where you recognize how much you're resisting your actual journey and why your journey is going the way it's going and why it's a struggle, why it's painful, why it's all of this and all of that. I found that the healthiest, less painful way to go about my process is to just go about my process. I don't need to understand. I don't need to, um, I don't need a break. I don't need to understand. I don't need any of that. I need to get it done. Just get it done. What are you getting done? I don't know. But just fucking put it all on my plate so that I can finish. Let me just finish it, you know? And what is going on with this? And when I do it like that, where I allow myself to just be fully present, um, and let my mind wander to wherever it needs to wander or come back home and rest and all of this and all of that, I have less struggle. I don't find myself saying as often now that I need a break and that I need to process. So I think it's working. I think it's working, at least for me. Card number 30, judgment. We have to get whatever life experiences we need to get done, we need to complete those so that we can further refine our ability to judge and discern. Society has programmed us with this bullshit belief of like, don't be judgmental. No, stop. That's a bullshit concept. It really truly is. Why? Because judgment is not inherently malignant or malicious. You have to use judgment in order to discern. What you should not be is condemning. Don't use condemnation just because your perception is limited and you don't understand what someone else is going through. That does not entitle you to condemn them, right? Card number 27, intuition sigil. Allowing your intuition to really, really guide you. Allowing that intuition to be the very thing that helps you to more comfortably navigate this period of your life, this learning. These are nothing but cycles. So if they're cycles, does that mean you're stuck? No. What's the point of learning something if you're not going to be tested? If life is a school of life, don't you get tested after you learn the content? You get tested to see if you've mastered it, right? And then people are constantly like, I'm tired of being tested. Okay, well then fail the class. I do whatever you want. Fail the class, study harder. I mean, I don't know. It's all your choice. No one's going to get you to do anything that you don't want to do. If you don't want to take the test, though, you're going to fail the class. You're going to do it over again. And there's nothing harsh about that. It's a reality. Okay. So I was 18 or maybe 19. This was my second time taking a chemistry class. I didn't like my first chemistry teacher, so I just never went. I was like, F this woman. And I never went, and I let her. I waited until it was past a certain deadline, and so I got a W for that, a withdraw, which is not good. So, I'm in college at this point, and I go ahead and take another chemistry class to make up for the withdraw that I have on my transcript now. I was doing so good. This was a really good teacher, and I was learning everything he was telling me. And I had like an A in the class, an A. And I was like, F yeah. And then the last week of class, I decided I was just going to blow it off because I already have an A. I know all of this content. I'm going to just ace this motherfucking final. I show up to the final, the day of the final, and everyone who went to class for the review the week before the final, they're asking each other, what'd you get for the take-home portion of the final? And I was like, what? There was a take-home portion? And they're like, yeah, it's like 50% of the final. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. And so what did I do? Instead of letting the teacher know, like, hi, I totally self-sabotaged because I was going through a cycle of depression. I didn't know there was a take-home portion. No. And all my brilliancy, I was like, well, I'm leaving then. And I didn't take the test. I didn't take the final. Not just the take-home portion. I didn't take the classroom portion either. I was just like, I'm not taking nothing. I'm leaving. They're like, are you serious? You're leaving? I'm leaving. F this class. I got a D. Can I be mad at someone? No. Absolutely not. That was my own stupidity. That was my own choices. I made that decision. I did that to myself. Know when you're sabotaging yourself. Just know. Know when you're sabotaging yourself. There you go. Self-sabotage and self-acceptance. Just because you can intellectualize your self-sabotage does not make it any less sabotage than what it is. It doesn't. It doesn't. You know, you did it. You chose that. When you're going through these life lessons, and then you're right there, you're at the end. You're just not going to be tested to see if you can apply what you've learned. And you're going to be like, no, I don't want to. It's already too much. Don't be an Emmy. Don't be an Emmy. I came across that teacher. And I later, after everything was submitted for the transcript, and it was like, really, there's no point of return. I did come across him. He was like, what happened to you? I messaged you and everything because he liked me. Not like that, but he liked me as a student. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I went through depression like the week before the final and I didn't show up to class. And then when I got to the final, and then they said there was a take home portion, and I was like, well, okay, I'm going home then. He goes, you know, all you had to do was let me know, and I would have given you the take home portion and time to complete that. You know, I understand about mental health. I was like, what can I say? When I sabotage, I go all the way. I'm fully committed. I'm just fully committed all the way across. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to commit to something, don't let it be your self-sabotage. Commit like that to yourself and your growth, not your sabotage cycles. Card number 37, past life return. Something from your past is coming back up. Might be a lesson, it might be a person, it might be a lesson disguised as a person. It might be something from a previous life. It might be from earlier life here in this life. It's going to initiate some type of change if you allow it. If you don't allow it, then you don't allow it. And that's that. Listen, you guys, the time for people to try and convince you otherwise is gone. That's it. There's no more convincing you otherwise. If you want to believe what you're going to believe, then you're going to believe that. And that's going to be okay. And if your beliefs are the very things that are sabotaging your growth, that's going to be okay too. Probably not for you, because you're going to cycle back around. You're going to accrue more momentum. And when that cycles back around, it's going to smack you even harder than the last time it came around. But that's up to you. If you want to have conversations with your higher self about how unfair things are, you absolutely can. What I'll tell you is this: your higher self sees you as a child, an insolent child. And so it's not going to care if you're having a tantrum. Like at all. It's just going to be like, wah, wah, wah. Because that's what my higher self said. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It's like, that's why I don't talk to you. That's why I don't come to you with my problems. Because you say to me, wow, wow, wow. Are they problems or am I just avoiding? I don't have problems in life. I have opportunities to learn. I have opportunities to expand my level of awareness into places that will help me to further elevate my perspective. If I don't want to participate in that, yeah, that's a wow, wow, wow. I'm being a wow, wow, wow. It's okay for me to be realistic with myself, to acknowledge what it is that I'm being, you know? If I don't want to be a wow, 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 I have to stop being wow, wow, wow. I get wow, wow, wow a lot with myself. I do. I really, really do. That's why I can't even critique you guys because it's like, I do the same shit. Don't worry. We get through it. Don't worry. You just have to allow. So, Michael says, so then why are you blocking? Blocking what? Blocking what? Why are you blocking? What am I blocking for real? I have not had the ability to block things in a very long time. Not sure what he's saying. I'm blocking. Cock blocking? I'm just saying, tell me, what am I blocking? You know what I love? Oh, when I say love, I don't mean love. You know what I love? When my limited human brain, who barely grasps things, is told by divine beings that, well, you already know. What the F do I know? I don't know what I know. Oh my God. What is this? This is adorable. Okay, we're going to pull 2 cards from here. La 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 la. We're gonna pull 3 cards, okay? These are gorgeous. Love it. Okay. Devi Ma Kali. Okay, let's look. Isn't this so cute? Can I baby? Do any of you have? Do any of you have a newborn that I could babysit? I mean, I don't even need to take your baby home with me. I'll babysit at your house with you present. I just want to like. It's been a long time since I've been around a newborn. Do you need rest? Let me know. I will baby. You can record it. I'm not going to do no weird stuff. I will change diapers. I will clean your house. I will do all the baby laundry. I will organize everything. I will make lists of things that baby needs, a schedule. I'll get all of that stuff done for you. That's where I excel. I'm just saying. Okay. Devi Ma Kali, endlessly loving, infinitely forgiving. She will never turn away from you. No matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, she's here for you always. Feel the safety and sanctuary of her divine hugs. She's your soft place to fall and your kindest and most enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift your experience away from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. There are times when we just need our mother. So I'm wondering if you're like a mother figure for someone. I'm wondering if like that's what someone who's coming back is wanting and needing from you. That mothering. For whatever reason, we may not be able to turn to the mother figure in our lives in our times of need. There's no need to feel deprived during such moments, for we have a divine mother who wants to help and has the endless resourcefulness to do so. The problem of receiving grace is never with the source of it. By its nature, grace flows with generosity, so needing to earn or deserve it goes against the very nature of grace itself. However, we can struggle to be open to it and have a subconscious resistance to receiving. Intellectually, we may know that we are worthy of being helped, and even in that, others will also benefit when we are flourishing. So that grace brings multiple benefits to all. Yet, can we still be more attached to difficulty? Yet, we can still be more attached to the difficulty than the resolution. Why is that? We cannot underestimate the influence of belief systems created in response to childhood trauma and the impact that these unchecked beliefs can have in our adult lives. Oh my God. Reactive attachment. Reactive attachment style. Are you starting to develop a connection with your soul that is so profound that you're now pushing it away? The beauty is that Kali will not only help us identify where we have our blocks, she will also help liberate the soul by providing us with a choice. We can allow her to consume those past traumas, relieving the soul of karmic burdens. So it's about withdrawing from the distractions and the battles for a time, not to escape from what you need to do, but to have the energy and clarity of mind to approach your life journey effectively. Regression is avoidance, whereas reconnecting with a childlike relationship to the divine replenishes the inner reserves, so one can continue change approach and gain supportive allies, so that success can unfold more graciously and swiftly. This is the very reasoning of the need for reconnection for some. They're wanting and needing to reconnect with you, and you are wanting and needing to reconnect with them, maybe on a subconscious level, maybe just energetically. So all of this can unfold. Okay, next card. Some energy is shifting. Just considering what the energy is. I'm detecting two shifts. One within a person who is non toxic to you, who has lived through toxicity but is not toxic to you. Their toxicity is towards themselves, and it registers as toxicity to you because they're a reflection of you. They're a reflection of the way your avoidance has further complicated your journey. And then there's a secondary shift. This person is toxic. I have a disdain for this type of energy. This lack of accountability and consideration for the way their toxicity affects other people. One of the most toxic, nasty, disgusting type of mindsets. I have such a fucking disdain for this type of person. Oh, something is shifting. And it's not good. They're not better understanding why you abstain from any connection with them. They're very delusional. They're just like, for real. I don't know. Maybe this is like full on true mental pathology. Like they have actual malfunctioning of their processing. There's like a desperation to that. Shut him out and lock the door. Deadbolt it. Nail that bitch shut. Nail it shut. You know exactly who this is for you. This is someone who continues to drag you back into places of toxicity. I don't feel like this is applicable to everyone. I feel like this is a very specific message for very specific people. This is someone who is so toxic. And I'm not talking about new age toxic, where it's like, if you don't like the way someone behaves, like they're toxic. No, I'm talking about real toxicity. They have a mental health disorder of some kind. And it's fixated on you. This is like, I'm talking like like Dexter. Dexter. They're a Dexter. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. It's ugly. It's so ugly. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. It's heavy fixation on you. It's a very, very heavy fixation on you. Um, Look, pathetic type energy where it's like they tell themselves all sorts of stories pertaining to you that encourage them to maintain this like this belief that they're entitled to you in some way. Well, they think you're their twin. Yo, stay clear away from this person. Stay very, very clear away from this person. This is someone who you're not going to benefit from this. You're not going to grow from this. It's the same toxic cycle that you have been in this entire time with this individual. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been stalking you, if they've been malicious, malignant. Mm. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Card number 40, Mantra Shakti. Her voice creates and dissolves universes. Her vibration within our soul creates our life path. You have this sacred power of voice. How shall you express it? To call for effective divine assistance in all ways? Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to create. Listen for inner guidance and then set your course in motion. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul. In time, it shall manifest in transformed physical circumstances. The power of the word as a creative force has been acknowledged through the scriptures of multiple spiritual traditions, from Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam to the New Age, and more. Word is vibration, it is resonance, it is sound directed into intentional form. Mantra is sacred word, a sound that holds not only the power to create form, but has medicinal qualities for healing mind, body, and soul. Any medicine applied improperly then becomes a toxin. Let that sink in. Any medicine improperly administered is now a poison. Are you poisoning yourself with something that you deemed medicine at one point in your life? Are you serving as a poison for someone else because your proximity enables their toxicity? We have to make sure. We have to make sure the gravity of the role we play in someone else's life. What does it mean? Why? Why are you in their life? What purpose are you serving? Are you helping them to learn and grow? Or is it simply enabling toxicity? And if it's enabling toxicity, who really is a toxic one, you or the other person? And this is not about blame. This is about recognizing where you're at within your life, within your journey. Let's see. In taking form, it creates new and vastly improved circumstances on all levels of our being. The sound of a beautiful voice can draw us closer, and the shrill sound of something harsh repels. Sound can bring harmony from chaos and create beautiful patterns for manifestations that are healing and enhancing of life. Ooh, this song pops in my head. Lately, I've been operating, receiving messages through song, right? So there's this song, it's super old. I don't know if you guys know it. You're the whisper of a summer breeze. You're the kiss that puts my soul at ease. What I'm saying is, I'm into you. Someone's super into you. So it's like it keeps flipping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now it's like the person's essence that I'm picking up on that's super into you is a non-toxic person. Like you represent so much that they're looking for. And maybe they had it confused the first time and they looked at you and thought like, "Oh, yay, relationship." But in reality, it's not even that. It transcends that. Yeah. You have the power of voice at your disposal. You have the power to speak your truth, to set yourself free, to choose what you say and how you say it. Your voice has a potential to profoundly affect your reality. This is not about controlling others. It's about claiming your power of choice and voice. It feels empowering and profoundly healing to work with mantra. The very act of using the voice with intention brings about change. When you continue to talk about things that you don't want, it actually brings forward the very thing that you're talking about. I don't like to talk too much about things that are negative or super detrimental to me and my growth. Why? Because I don't want to be at that level of resonance where that's what I draw into my life. I just don't. You know, I'm at a point where I want and I know that I deserve a peaceful life. That doesn't mean it's not going to have any struggles or challenges. It means that even in those struggles or challenges, I can remain in my place of center, my place of peace. He just, that's beautiful. Okay, hold on, hold on. Final card, card number 38, Kama of Kali. Oh my God. She's completely and utterly in love with your divine essence, and in her love bestows endless gifts. Your path need not be one of endless effort. Connecting with pleasure is a path of personal empowerment with an intention to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through softening and opening your heart is an act of worshiping the divine feminine. Relax into the presence of what is as you slow your pace and make swifter progress. Relax into the present of what is. That's just beautiful. Allowing yourself to just relax into the presence of what is. For some of you, what you need to hear is that this energy, this person, this consciousness, whatever this is, it's a non-toxic one, right? It's just always been present, never leaving your side just because it's like so intoxicating to be in the presence of your essence. It's almost like this potentiality of a need to know that you're worshipped with every breath, that those are words that are held in and released out without any audible anything, that this is communication between two perfectly paired resonant type souls and things like that. It travels far beyond any limited perceptions humans have about romance and love. A celestial love is just something so ridiculously profound. It's something that you can't neatly put in boxes. You just can't. To try and classify it as this or that, it takes away from the full gravity of what it actually is. It's like that conversation that I had with someone. It was actually more of a debate where they were trying to corner me into a place that they could launch this like tirade on me on someone's post. And they tried to bait me into that by aggressively asking me, demanding that if I know so much about God, to define God, tell me what he is. And I was like, the moment you begin to try and define that which is undefinable, it no longer is that which is undefinable. So for me to call God a he or a she, or, any of those schools of thought that are used and called religion, that would effectively take away that limitlessness, that undefinable nature. So you want me to define God? What, to simply stroke your ego? Because if I feel that God is not definable, and you're asking me to define God as proof that I know more about God and have deeper connection with God than you do, and I can't define it, then you've won. No, checkmate, bitch. We're not playing chess. You want my definition? God is the everything, the nothing, and the spaces in between. A duality within a totality, within a duality, within a totality. God is the sacred vessel that holds life and pushes it out. God is the Yanni and the sacred Shiva. You know what I'm saying? And when they come together, they form the Pisces Vesica, which is the birth point of all things that were, is, and will be. You want me to define God? The everything, the nothing, and the places in between. God is what celestial is, at least to me. That is what celestial is. And if this is a celestial love, it's like I said in a previous podcast, you can't put a spiritual, energetic, celestial label on something, and for that very something, then expect this limited human perception of like, you would need to do this, this, and this because I need it. We don't give a shit what you need. I'm just saying, if you already know, then why the hell do you need that other person to say it? It has to come out of their mouth. I don't give a shit. It's either it is celestial, at which point there is no human explanation for it, or it's human, at which point stop affixing that celestial shit. They're not obligated to you. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you don't need to know what I'm saying. As long as I understand where I'm coming from. And it's not a place of malignancy. It's not a place of hatred. It's a place of divine, complete, and total submission to the will of my soul. I cannot control who comes into my life and exits it. The only thing I can control is the way I experience the time they spend with me, based on my decisions. I cannot control how they receive that experience. They are free to interpret it as they choose. Accessing pleasure requires embodiment, a connection with the senses and the subtle nuances of feeling and beauty. I'm wondering if whoever this is for you has finally reached a point in their development, their personal journey, where they can embody what needs to be embodied in order to experience you to the truth and depth of your gravity. That's crazy. Like, this sense of it made me lose my breath for a second. This sense of they are reaching a point of knowing things about you that you don't even know. Because really, do you understand the gravity of who and what you are? I know I don't. I know I don't get it. I know that although you guys spend day in and day out with me, I don't, it's not for a lack of self-worth. Like, I feel like I'm worthy, but it's just this, also this thing of like, I don't know why you value my input, because everyone has an opinion. What about mine is valuable? I don't know. I don't know. What type of gravity do I hold for you? Do you feel like you're obligated and locked into place and you have no choice but to continue to orbit me? Or is it this thing of it's a choice, like you want to? You want to, you're here because you choose to, because our souls know each other. And in that knowing, that's not a conscious knowing, but one that is very subconscious, one that's not fully recognized by the waking mind yet. And because of that knowing, that's felt to some degree without knowing why, there's a sense of safety when we're together. There's a sense of sanctuary. There's a sense of I can be me and you know who I am. And in that, I know who you are. And in that, we know we can be. Be what? Whatever we need to be for each other. Whatever it is that we need to be is what we will be, and we will naturally experience this. It will be a natural unfolding. It cannot be forced. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be coerced. There's no manipulation in it. There's just this conjoining of the spheres. Oh, shit. That's what you're being guided to. A conjoining. There's something big that's going to happen. I don't know what it is. Hold on. I thought I was done, but I'm going to pull 2 cards. Shit. Okay. All right. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Card number 44. 4 and 4 being the number of equals standing side by side, right? Solar eclipse, revolution. Revolution is actually something that starts in individual hearts. This card spells out change. Major transformations are about to happen. When it comes to eclipses, something has to die for better things to be born. We must focus on what is directly in front of us. Usually a change or a shock is in store, which may not be welcome, but is necessary to move us forward. You can expect swift changes that end one chapter and start a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt and you're reeling over the sudden change. This upheaval takes away what has been familiar and safe so you can embark on new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. These events may seem like negatives at first, a divorce, the end to a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing your job. Eclipses tend to affect relationships foremost. However, so you may soon see stressors and upsetting changes in the relational supports you've counted on. For whatever reason, these may be taken away either for the time being, but perhaps permanently. This card implies you're being forced to make a decision to act on it. There will be no stepping away from it. Even though you may not have been consciously aware of just how much certain issues were not working, it's time to look ahead and finally resolve what has held you back. Now is a time to begin anew and start that new chapter in the book of life. A new chapter is beginning. Oh, I have another card. I feel so cold all of a sudden. Card number 41, North Node, life's purpose. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. The North Node points out the best areas for us to direct our talents and our wills. You're going to be pushed into this. Your life is going to be the one to push you. This is not going to be some sort of attack on you or anything like that. This is going to be a point of realization. The North Node represents destiny. It's directly opposed to the South Node, which is much more serious and restrictive. The North Node represents where we benefit from good work done in past lives and how it assists us in the here and now. It's a place in the chart where life becomes easier. It acts like a karmic Jupiter, where a doorway opens and suddenly you're where you need to be. So the doorway, for some, they have the key. For some, they're the one that installed the lock, and they locked it from the outside so that you may feel safe in their absence. That's such a powerful love. So oftentimes I won't get out of the car if like we have to stop at a gas station or store or whatever. When my husband and I run errands, oftentimes I won't get out of the car. And when I choose not to get out of the car, although I can lock the doors from the inside of the car, he always makes sure, because he has a detachable keychain, he leaves the car on so I don't get too hot. And then he uses his lock remote to lock the door from the outside so that no one can get in the car while he's not there. It's for my safety. A doorway opens and suddenly you're where you need to be. This is someone who, for some, it's not going to be a message for all. Their proper place is within, it's within that sanctuary, right there beside you. They have the key. They didn't lock you out. They locked you in, not as a prisoner, but to make sure there would be no entry until their return. So I think for some of you, this returning back has a lot to do with the finishing off of whatever the purpose was for the connectivity in this lifetime. When this card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured destiny has a place in your situation. Through many life lessons, you're about to arrive at a place for your highest good. Your life is expanding and opportunities pour in swiftly, catching you quite by surprise. This card also represents past life memories and karmic connections. See what I'm saying? You may meet people who you've known over many past lives, perhaps in a soul family where bonds form very quickly. You're taking on a larger view of your life, which may not only emphasize your talents, but aligns your talents with like-minded souls. So I'm assuming this is someone who their presence will help to better cultivate some of the gifts that you've begun working on. Keep in mind, the lunar nodes always bring shifts and changes. For instance, a relationship with someone who has destiny spelled all over him or her may suddenly walk into your life. If so, this relationship will start rapidly and be life altering. I'm telling you, I'm about to break up with my husband just so he can find me again. I'm joking. That's a Mercury joke. Mercury has stupid jokes. Someone's gonna find their way to you. I'm gonna be like, sir, you need to move out for like 2 days. And then I'm gonna be at this grocery store at this time on the 3rd day, and you're gonna run into me, okay? You're gonna run into me, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, it's been forever. How have you been? And you're gonna be like, I've missed you. And I'm gonna be like, do you wanna come home with me? And you're gonna say like, no, I wanna respect your boundaries. And I'm gonna be like, you are my boundary. Okay, let me stop. Oh, the bullshit that comes out of my mouth sometimes. It's astonishing. Anyways. Okay. This energy is now telling you that the schooling part is over for now. Lessons have been learned, and you're now to act on these lessons towards the greater destiny. So, for whoever this is, they've learned their lesson. They've learned their lesson. Let them back in. That obviously is not for everyone. That message is not for everyone, okay? Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. I'm just saying. Okay. As a soul's messenger, the appearance of the North Node card in a spread indicates growing into what is called the larger unknown, meaning you're moving toward a point that promises greater fulfillment. The nodes are karmic, therefore the lessons are not easy ones. Matters will develop suddenly, but there's still work to be done. Luck is on your side with an opening toward greater things. Karmic lessons learned and processed bring fulfillment and happiness. So things are going to work out, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Your ass got such a great mouthpiece. I've heard. Okay, stop being a pervert. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot help myself. Sometimes I'm perverted like that. But you like it, though. Don't even play. Okay, so everything's going to be perfectly fine. It's going to be perfectly fine. You'll know who the toxic person is. That toxic person... Basura. I'm just saying. Hashtag that bitch. Basura. What's up? Put them on your phone as basura. That's like a thank you, Candia. That's just trash. I'm not saying they're trash. I'm saying the connection is. It's trash. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And then there's others of you who, you'll know who this person is. They are not basura. They are not basura, okay? Okay. And no, that's not me trying to speak Espanol. That word is Tagalog too. I'm telling you, y'all are our cousins. Y'all are our cousins. Okay? Basura means the same thing in my language as it does yours. Basura, basura, basura. I'm just saying. Motherfucking basura. Okay? Don't let basura in your house be a hot fucking garbage all up in your space, stinking up your essence. I don't think so. I don't think so. Ooh, Lisa Ann. Girl. I'm not trying to insert myself, but I read your comment and I heard the phone works both ways. One of the things that I grew to love about my mother the most, I didn't have an appreciation for it for much of my life, but the older I became, the more I understood the gravity of the gift of her, because no matter how long it was that I would be silent and gone, she would always go out of her way to reach out if she had the ability to. And it was always this thing of like, when I was finally ready to allow a reconnection, we would just reconnect. Lisa Ann, I know your comment says, I hope this means my daughter will finally reach out. I know it must be painful as a mother to have gone through whatever you went through. I don't think all mothers need to reach out. I don't feel that. But for some reason, for you, I don't know if it's because it's hurt your heart so much and you personally need the reconnection. I feel like you have to reach out. I don't know if she's going to be receptive. Hello?
I'm over here sunning my balls.
I'm live streaming right now.
Wrong number, bye.
You didn't hear that, did you? The mic didn't pick that up, right? Y'all gotta tell me you didn't hear that. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, little background story. It's just a little background story. Since Moonrock asked, okay, why would he say that? Okay, so like I sent him this video. Oh, that's not Frey. That wasn't Frey. I sent him this video. That was my brother. I sent him a video yesterday, and it was a woman that was like, studies have shown that if you sunbathe your naked ball sack, that it increases the levels of testosterone in your body. So I sent him that, and now he's sunning his ball sack. Oh God, so that was my sibling. We're very close. What? We're very close. He didn't show me what he was doing. He was just sharing his day. It's okay. I swear to God, why is he always FaceTime when I'm live? It's always when I'm live. Okay, I gotta go. I need to make sure that he doesn't overly sun his ball sack. We don't want that, sunburned. It's the last thing he needs in life right now is another complication. He's doing amazing. He's sitting poolside, sunning his ball sack. Okay, I really gotta go. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. If you have already subscribed, please make sure that you are still subscribed. YouTube is doing some things, okay? They're doing some things. They're trying to punish me for being too honest. If I say words that trigger algorithms, they take the video down. They don't give you guys notifications. You know how you circumvent this? You know how? You join my Soul Sanctuary podcast membership. There, I'm talking about a whole lot of stuff. I'm actually going to be going live later on today. We're going to talk about some. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it's like controversial stuff. I can't even say it. No, hold on. Un momento, por favor. Hold up. Where? Someone took my freaking. Oh no, it was me. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to write something down, okay? Shh. Don't tell anyone. I'm going to go live on that exclusive platform. I'm going to be talking about this because there's a lot of information. It's just a lot of information that needs to kind of like be put out there. But I can't do it here on YouTube or on Facebook, on any social media. They tend to blackball me when I start talking about too much stuff that they don't want me talking about. So guess what? I'm now on a private platform. In order to access this, you have to sign up. Where do you sign up? The soulsanctuary.love. That's where you sign up. You go there, you join the membership. There's so many different tiers, so many different positive things going on. And then we talk about stuff. We talk about some good stuff, okay? Some seriously good stuff. And then that's good. And then that's good, okay? Here. This is where you sign up. Thank you, Maud. The Soul Sanctuary.love. So a lot of things need to be talked about. It's a lot of things. I will be talking about it today. I'm not sure what time yet. I need to go eat, run a few errands, do a couple sessions, and then and then and then we will talk about that. I'm just saying, boo. I'm just saying. It's a lot of things to talk about. So join the membership. Have some fun with me. I have a couple other ideas of things that I want to do with that exclusive live stream room that I can't do here publicly. A couple other things. We'll see how that works. Yo, I mean, if you don't know anything about me, my surprises are the bomb. I'm just saying. My surprises are always bomb diggity. Bomb diggity.